Memory is an essential part of our lives and plays a crucial role in the way we think, learn, work and interact with others. It's a function of our brain that allows us to store, retrieve and process information. But how does memory actually work? In this video, we'll take a deep dive into the fascinating world of memory and explore the different types of memory, the mechanisms by which memories are created and stored, and how we can improve our memory. We'll also look at how our memories can be faulty, and how this can lead to problems such as false memories. Definition of memory. Memory is the process by which we store, retain, and recall information or experiences. Memory is a construct of the brain that enables us to encode, store, and retrieve data. It is composed of neurons and is responsible for learning, reasoning, and decision-making. Memory can be improved by studying vigorously, playing cognitive games, and engaging in stimulating activities. Memory is the mental process of storing and recalling information. It is the ability to remember past experiences, store new information, and use learned facts and skills. Types of memory. Memory can be divided into two main types, short-term and long-term. Different areas of the brain are responsible for different types of memory, and understanding how they work can help us better understand the different types of memory. Short-term memory. Short-term memory is the temporary storage of information for a relatively short period of time. It is the memory system that is responsible for retaining information over a few seconds to a minute or two. This type of memory is used when recalling phone numbers, facts, or information that is needed for a specific task. Short-term memory is also important for cognitive processes such as learning and problem solving. It allows us to remember important information long enough to process it and put it to use. Short-term memory is the information we keep for a few moments, such as a phone number or grocery list, while long-term memory is the information we retain for an extended period of time. Short-term memory is transient and can be easily forgotten, while long-term memory is more stable and permanent. Long-term memory. Long-term memory is the type of memory that stores facts and events for extended periods of time. It differs from short-term memory, which is used to remember information for a short period of time. Long-term memory storage is not limited and can be used to remember anything from a person's childhood to a recent event. Long-term memory can be encoded in various ways, such as through visual, auditory, and semantic encoding. Visual encoding involves forming an image and auditory encoding involves forming a sound. Semantic encoding involves forming an understanding of a concept. Long-term memory can be stored for years, with some research suggesting that memories can be stored indefinitely. Memory processes. Memory processes are the steps involved in forming and retrieving memories. These processes include encoding, storage, and retrieval. 1. Encoding. Encoding is the first step in the process of memory formation. It is the process by which information is converted into a form that can be stored in the brain. In order to store a memory, the information must first be encoded into a form that the brain can recognize and remember. This can be done through various techniques such as the use of visual images, verbal labels, and other types of sensory information. Encoding is an essential part of memory formation and helps the brain to remember and recall information. 2. Storage. Storage is the process of holding and retaining information in our brain for later recall. Short-term memories are stored in the frontal cortex, while long-term memories are stored in the hippocampus and other areas of the brain. Memory storage also depends on the amount of repetition and reinforcement the information receives. The more you are exposed to the same information, the more likely it is to be remembered. 3. Retrieval. Retrieval is the process of trying to access information stored in memory. It is the process of searching through our memories and bringing forth the information we are looking for. Retrieval involves the activation of neural pathways in the brain that were used to store the memory in the first place. This means that when we are trying to locate a specific memory, we are essentially rewiring our brains to find it. Retrieval can be done through several methods, such as thinking, talking, or using a visual stimulus. If a person is trying to recall a memory, They will often use a combination of these methods to access the information. Conclusion. Memory is an integral part of how we process and store information, allowing us to recall past experiences and use them to inform our future decisions and actions. Memory is complex and multifaceted, and different types of memory can be affected in different ways. Memory is a complex process that involves several parts of the brain and can be affected by internal and external factors. Learning about how memory works can help us better understand how our mind processes and stores information, and how to build better memories.